You have been repeating affirmations faithfully, perhaps for weeks or months, and yet nothing has changed. You speak the words with discipline. You recite them morning and evening, but the results you seek remain distant. And so a quiet frustration begins to grow within you. You wonder if the teachings are false or if there is something fundamentally wrong with you that prevents these laws from working in your life. But here is what you must understand. The affirmations have not failed. The law itself cannot fail. What has happened is this: you have been speaking to your subconscious mind with words alone, while your feeling, your actual inner conviction, has been speaking something entirely different. And your subconscious mind, which is the creative medium of all your experiences, does not respond to words. It responds to feeling. It responds to belief. It accepts as true whatever you feel deeply, and then proceeds to make that feeling manifest in your outer world. This is the hidden law that governs all mental and spiritual creation. Your subconscious accepts the dominant feeling tone of your consciousness. When your words say one thing but your heart believes another, it is always the feeling that wins. Always. And this is why your affirmations have seemed powerless, not because they lack truth, but because they have lacked the emotional agreement of your inner self. Let us look clearly at what happens when you affirm without feeling. You stand before the mirror and say, "I am prosperous. Wealth flows to me easily." But even as you speak these words, there is a subtle voice within you that whispers, "This isn't true. Look at your bank account. Look at your bills." And that voice carries feeling with it. The feeling of lack, of worry, of doubt. Your conscious mind is repeating prosperity, but your subconscious is feeling poverty. And between these two, there is no contest. The subconscious will always create according to what it feels. This is not a matter of effort or discipline. You cannot force feeling through repetition alone. Many sincere seekers believe that if they simply say their affirmations enough times, eventually the subconscious will accept them. They treat affirmations like medicine, something unpleasant to be swallowed in hopes of a cure. But the subconscious mind is not convinced by frequency. It is convinced by conviction. It is moved by the feeling of truth, not the sound of words. Think of a time when you worried deeply about something. Perhaps you feared an illness or the loss of something precious to you. You did not need to affirm your worry 1,000 times. You felt it once, vividly, and your subconscious immediately went to work, creating circumstances that matched that feeling. The worry became real in your experience not because you repeated it, but because you felt it as true. You gave it the stamp of belief through emotion. And here is where understanding becomes power. If worry can create so swiftly through feeling, then faith can create just as swiftly through the same principle. The law is neutral. It does not distinguish between fear and faith. It simply accepts whatever you feel deeply and manifests it in your world. This is the great secret that changes everything. You do not need to convince your subconscious mind through argument or repetition. You need only to feel what you wish to experience. But how do you feel something that is not yet visible? How do you generate the feeling of wealth when your circumstances show lack? How do you feel healthy when symptoms persist? This is where most people stumble. They believe feeling must follow fact, when the truth is exactly the opposite. In the realm of the subconscious, feeling creates fact. What you accept inwardly, you experience outwardly. Consider the nature of your subconscious mind. It does not reason. It does not argue. It does not judge whether your feeling is based on outer fact or inner imagination. It simply accepts. When you were a child and imagined yourself in danger, your heart raced and your body responded with real fear, even though the danger was purely imaginary. Your subconscious could not tell the difference between the imagined threat and a real one. It responded to the feeling. This same principle governs all of life. Your subconscious creates according to the images and feelings you habitually accept. If you affirm health but feel sick, sickness will continue. If you affirm prosperity but feel poor, poverty will remain. Not because the affirmation is weak, but because the feeling contradicts it. And between word and feeling is always the creative power. Have you noticed how belief changes everything once you feel it deeply? A person who truly believes they are loved walks differently, speaks differently, attracts differently, not because they are pretending, but because the feeling of being loved has become real within them. Their subconscious accepts this feeling and creates experiences that confirm it. The outer world begins to mirror the inner conviction. Here, then, is the realization that dissolves all confusion. Your subconscious mind is the servant of your feeling belief. It takes whatever you feel to be true and makes it so in your experience. This is not philosophy, this is law. Just as water freezes at a certain temperature, regardless of your opinion about it, so your subconscious responds to feeling regardless of the words you speak. When you affirm something and simultaneously feel its opposite, you are giving mixed instructions to your creative mind. You are asking it to create prosperity while feeling lack. You are asking it to create health while feeling disease. And in this confusion, the subconscious follows the stronger impression, which is always the feeling, never the word. This is why Jesus taught, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." He did not say, "Repeat it many times." He said, "Believe that you have received it." Belief is a feeling. It is the inner knowing, the quiet certainty that what you desire is already yours in the invisible realm of mind. When you feel this belief, your subconscious accepts it immediately and begins to make it manifest. Faith is imagination directed toward good. It is the art of feeling your desire fulfilled before your senses confirm it. Now let us learn the practical application of this law. To make your affirmations effective, you must unite word and feeling. You must speak from the consciousness of already being what you wish to become, already having what you desire to possess. This requires not effort, but a gentle shift in awareness. Begin with stillness. Before you affirm anything, enter into a state of relaxation and peace. Close your eyes. Breathe slowly. Allow the tensions of the day to fall away. In this quiet state, your conscious mind becomes still, and your subconscious becomes receptive. This is the state of prayer, the state in which the creative power within you is most accessible. Now, instead of merely speaking your affirmation, feel it. If you desire health, do not simply say, "I am healthy." Instead, imagine yourself moving through your day with energy and vitality. See yourself doing the things you would do if you were perfectly well. Feel the freedom in your body. Feel the joy of strength returning. Make this image so real in your mind that your body begins to respond to it. Your subconscious does not know the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When you feel healthy in imagination, your subconscious accepts health as your truth. If you desire prosperity, do not merely recite, "I am prosperous." Feel what it would be like to have your needs met abundantly. Imagine yourself paying your bills with ease. See yourself giving generously. Feel the security, the peace, the gratitude that comes with sufficiency. Dwell in this feeling until it becomes natural to you, until it feels more real than your current circumstances. This is not pretense. This is not denial of reality. This is the understanding that there are two realities, the outer fact and the inner truth. The outer fact is temporary, subject to change. The inner truth is creative, capable of reshaping the outer fact. When you dwell in the inner truth through feeling, the outer world must eventually conform to it. This is law. Can you sense that quiet certainty within you, even now? There is a part of you that knows this is true. There is a wisdom deeper than doubt that recognizes this law. Trust that wisdom. Feed it with your feeling and watch it grow. Let me share with you how one person applied this understanding. A woman came to me troubled by financial difficulty. She had been affirming prosperity for months with no change. I asked her, "When you say, 'I am prosperous,' what do you feel?" She admitted that she felt nothing, or worse, she felt the falseness of the statement. So I guided her differently. I asked her to recall a time when she had felt genuinely secure, even if just for a moment. She remembered a day in childhood when she had opened a small box of coins she had saved and felt rich. That feeling was real to her. I instructed her to return to that feeling daily in meditation, to relive it fully, to let it fill her consciousness. Within weeks, unexpected opportunities began to appear. Her circumstances shifted, not because her affirmations changed, but because her feeling changed. The subconscious had finally received a clear instruction. This is the practical method. Use memory, use imagination, use any tool that helps you feel your desire as real. Do not concern yourself with how it will come to pass. That is not your work. Your work is to feel it accomplished, to rest in the consciousness of fulfillment. The subconscious, which has access to infinite intelligence and resources far beyond your conscious knowing, will find the way. And here is something more you must understand. Your affirmations must be free from strain. When you try too hard to make yourself feel something, you create tension, and tension blocks the flow of creative power. Instead, approach this work with gentleness. Affirm quietly, imagine peacefully, and then release it. Trust that the seed has been planted. Trust that the law is working even when you cannot see it. The subconscious is the servant of your belief. Once you impress it with a feeling, it goes to work immediately. It does not require your constant supervision. It does not need you to check on it anxiously. In fact, anxiety undoes the work by introducing the feeling of doubt. After you have felt your desire fulfilled in meditation, let it go. Go about your day with quiet confidence. Live as though the thing were already done. Think of a time when you prayed and quietly felt peace. In that moment, you were not straining or begging. You were resting in the feeling of answered prayer. That peace was your faith, and faith is always fulfilled. When you can bring that same peaceful feeling to your affirmations, you will see them manifest. Forgiveness is also essential to this work. If you harbor resentment, if you hold grudges or blame others for your difficulties, these negative feelings occupy your consciousness and prevent the positive feeling of your desire from taking root. Forgive freely. Release the past. Clear the emotional space within you so that your affirmations can be felt purely, without the contamination of old wounds. Gratitude, too, amplifies the power of feeling. When you give thanks for your desire before it appears, you are feeling it as already accomplished. Gratitude is the feeling of having received. When you say, "Thank you for my health," and truly feel grateful, your subconscious accepts health as present. Gratitude is one of the highest forms of faith because it assumes fulfillment. What you accept inwardly, you experience outwardly. This is not wishful thinking. This is the recognition that your inner world is the cause and your outer world is the effect. Change the cause, change the feeling, and the effect must follow. You have been given a great truth today. Your affirmations do not fail because the words are wrong. They fail only when the feeling is absent or contradictory. Words are the servants of consciousness, but feeling is the creative power itself. When you unite word and feeling, when you affirm from the consciousness of already being and having what you desire, the law responds instantly. This does not mean results appear instantly in time. The subconscious works in its own time, arranging circumstances, opening doors, bringing people and events into your life. But the moment you feel your desire fulfilled, the work begins. The seed is planted. Trust it. Water it with your continued feeling and faith, and it must grow into manifestation. You are not separate from the creative power of the universe. You are one with it. Your subconscious mind is connected to infinite intelligence. When you feel something deeply, you are impressing that infinite intelligence with your desire, and it moves heaven and earth to bring it to pass. Go now in peace. Affirm not with your lips alone, but with the feeling of your heart. Imagine vividly, feel deeply, give thanks as though you have received, and rest in the quiet certainty that the law never fails, the subconscious never sleeps, and what you feel as true must become your experience. The creative power is within you now. Use it with faith, with feeling, with the peaceful knowledge that you are heard and answered. This is the truth that sets you free.